Thank you very much, the chair of the management committee of this great school. Before I read the speech of the chief guest of today, I'm just standing in for the chief guest. I would want to most sincerely thank this school and the leadership of this school, led by the chair of the management committee, the director of this school, the president of the All-Starian Society, and the governor of Wajir, who happens to have been in this school, having had leadership in this school, having leadership at the Wajir County. I would want to say thank you very much for the work that we are doing and ensuring that these young people are able to be what we want them to be as a country, as humanity, and as we move forward. I would not want to forget Joe Maura, who left the private sector to come and study this school. I am aware, I do happen to have been around that time, that at that particular time we desperately needed somebody to bring steady hands and to put this school to what it has been. And Joe, I want to most sincerely thank you for the work that you did, and we honor you for taking care of the young people. And you will be blessed forever. You know, when you deal with young people, and as a country, as we invest in young people, we are investing in the future. Because the future is in these young people. And when we put resources, we put our energies, we put our focus in investing in the future, then the only right thing to do is to invest in the education of our young people, is to invest in the education of our children. You know, the only responsibility that we have as parents is to ensure that every morning that we wake up is to pray for our children. And as we pray for them and bless them, then we pray for the future of our country. We pray for the future of the earth. We pray for the future of the globe, because those who will anchor the future are these young people. So as we stand here today, we stand here to ensure that the future is safe. And that future can only be safe if we properly invest in our children. And when we invest in these young people, then we are sure that tomorrow is safe. So once again, our young ones, be assured of our steady and focused approach to making sure that in this relay of life, that we hand over the baton to you, because you can run faster than we do. When we pride ourselves as a country of champions, more so in athletics, there is that single race of relay. And in that race of relay, always we make sure that whoever we hand over the baton to is better prepared than whoever is handing over, so that they can be able to run a better course, a better race, and end up being a better team that will win the race. So we prepare you for that future, and we prepare you for that handover of this pattern of life, so that you can always make sure that our country is better and that we shall be anchored in a better way. While the president of the All-Starian Society was introducing those who are in Stare, I told him a moment ago that more than 42 years ago, I came here for an interview, looking forward to be an All-Starian. But I think I didn't meet the mark. But still I went on to one of your competing schools at national level. And I really say thank you, because today I'm an All-Starian by association. As I was being prepared to represent the chief guest yesterday, out of the brief that was sent to the chief guest, there are certain things that came out very clearly and which he directed me to look into as we engage ourselves this morning. The two things that came out very clearly in that particular brief that went to the president were two things, and which we've been directed to deal with. And I'm happy that the chair of the Teacher Service Commission is here this morning, because that directive was to ourselves and to the Teacher Service Commission, that this school has a huge challenge on teachers that they require, and that they use a substantial resource to maintain teachers, a resource that if it were to be used on our kids who require to be in this school, it would support more than 100 of them. So we've been directed to look into the issues of teaching and teachers in this school. And we have agreed with the chair of the Teacher Service Commission that together with the leadership of this school, they will be sitting down in the course of early part of the week, next week, for a discussion on how we resolve the issue of the teachers that are required and the necessary leadership that those teachers require in this school. I have also requested the leadership of the school that we shall be having a sitting with the Ministry of Education so that we can be able to engage on how we can support this school in issues infrastructure. Again, we shall be having a meeting on the same in the early part of next week so that we prepare a report to the chief guest on the two issues that he did direct me to look into, so that this school can be able to maintain what it has been and what it continues to be. And appreciating the fact that education is the greatest equalizer, as said by Nelson Mandela, then if we must be able to do that and ensure these young people who require our support as their parents, as government, and as society, then we have to ensure that the two directives that we've been given by the head of state are dealt with, and that a report is given to him so that we can be able to make a way forward on those two critical issues that are affecting this school. I look back to having worked with this school very closely with the late Krivens and Yusuf Kingala when the higher education law school was started in 1986, and I happened to have been a staff member at that particular time of the board. We did add engagement with the late Krivens and Kingala, and that all students who came out of this school under sponsorship were to get maximum scholarships and maximum support from the higher education loans board then. So, as an old Starean by association, we did that those many years ago. And therefore, as we've been directed, we want to continue ensuring that this school is properly anchored, and that this school going forward will be able to maintain and make a result and confirm that education for sure is the greatest equalizer, as said by our great Nelson Mandela then. And therefore we shall be able to ensure that many years, that some years coming, these young Stareans will be standing in this podium, having been equalized with all of us, addressing ourselves the way we are doing today. So once again, we look forward to this school as we move forward to competence-based education, and having our first cohort in senior school in another 2 years in 2026, that this school will be able to provide the 3 pathways: sciences in STEM, social studies, creatives and sports, because that is what this school is, and this school will continue to be. That going forward, our children will require to study in the STEM area, to study in humanities or creative and sports, will find space in this great school of Starehe Boys Center. With the good performance of the year 2023, I once again say congratulations. And we look forward to you meeting your mark. You say you have the national mark and the Starehe mark. We look forward to you meeting both. I look forward more looking at the national mark as Starehe Boys Center, that as and continue to be a national school, that you live in that league that you belong. So we look forward to yourself living in that particular league. On computer, and a school producing straight A in computer studies, that 1 or 2 of your students, 102 of them, who did computer studies scored straight A. It is an honor. I know many years ago, I think in 2019, we did donate 30 computers to this school. I think, you have proved to yourself you've earned the honor in that particular area. I commit myself to bring here my colleague in charge of ICT and digital economy, so that he will be able to tell us and tell these young people what it is that we can do for you. And he will also tell us what it is that you want us to do for you, so that you continue to be the future that you are. And the future is in leveraging in technology. And you have proved that we can for sure leverage in that technology. So shortly we shall be visiting this school with my colleague PS in charge of ICT and digital economy, so that he can have a discourse with you, those of you who are doing ICT, and you will be able to tell him what it is that you think we need to do for you as government. I make that commitment. Finally, we shall continue to support this school. I know this year, this academic year, we shall be dispersing more than 15 million shillings to this school as capitation, as part of our contribution as government. I want to commit ourselves that we shall continue to finance our children in all our schools in the requirement that they require for free day secondary education. As we continue with the difficult times that we are facing, the fiscal space that is available, I want to make that commitment on behalf of government that we shall not go and miss a mark in investing in the future by investing in education. Notwithstanding the challenges that we are standing and we are facing as a country, more so in the financial aspect, I want to give our commitment as government that we shall continue to ensure that all that which is required of us as government for this investment in our children, that we shall do it. And for sure, that is one commitment that our president is making to the future of this country and our young ones. At that juncture, I would want to convey the greetings of the president, who was supposed to be the chief guest this morning in this event of the Founders Day and your 65th anniversary. Do you receive the greetings of His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto? Thank you very much. And therefore, it's now my distinct pleasure to read the speech of His Excellency the President, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto for this particular occasion of the 65th anniversary of Starehe Boys Center and School, this day of 20th July 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I think it's already morning, still morning, this good afternoon. I'm thrilled to be here today celebrating Founders Day at Starehe Boys Center and School, a truly distinguished institution in our country. Starehe has long been a beacon of knowledge, a top choice for our children who would want to join this school, and a place that has shaped countless brilliant minds, impacting our society in a profound way. It is a pleasure to meet all the students and Starehe community who have upheld a tradition of excellence. Today, as we engage in a crucial conversation about governance in our country, I commend the youth for speaking out on accountability, fiscal discipline, corruption, inclusivity, and unemployment. These issues are vital for our future, and as young people, we look forward to engaging with yourself. The vision of Starehe founders, Geoffrey Crivens, Geoffrey Katama Kituro, and Joseph Kamero Kikubo, back in 1959, set the stage for what has become an extraordinary journey of empowerment and transformation. And as already mentioned by the president of the Old Starehe Society, having seen justice here today, it is a testament that for sure Starehe has made the future of this country. From an humble beginning to a beacon of excellence, Starehe has produced leaders across various sectors, contributing immensely to our society. While celebrating 65 years of Starehe Boys Center, let us draw inspiration from its founders' vision. Despite the challenges like teacher shortages and aging infrastructure, Starehe remained resilient, providing world-class education to our brilliant and bright minds of this country. And as already mentioned to you, he did direct me yesterday, together with Teacher Service Commission, to be able to address these two critical issues of teacher shortage and aging infrastructure. And we shall shortly be giving him a report of these particular two issues that he did direct us to look into. I urge all our well-endowed citizens to support educational institutions, nurturing values crucial for personal and national development. Let us instill in our learners a sense of responsibility and commitment to community, grounded in values that navigate the complexities of the modern world. To Starehe students, you are carrying the torch of this legacy. Be agents of change and prosperity wherever life takes you to. To management of this school, staff and alumni, continue nurturing young minds, illuminating paths for generations to come. Let us fulfill our collective responsibility to ensuring every child, regardless of their background, access the life-changing power of education. Thank you. May God bless the Starehe Boys Center, and may God bless the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya. Once again, thank you very much. Asanteni sana.